punches 2023 World 10-Ball Champion.
Welcome to the Predator WPA Men's World 10-Ball Championship. Let's go. Representing the USA, Shane Van Boening. Very proud to say this. Representing the USA, Federal GORST. Let's get it, gentlemen.
And welcome everybody to Las Vegas. A fine introduction there by Raw Hannah. We are on the 11th day here in Las Vegas at the Rio Suites Hotel and Casino, CSI Expo. And Predator and Rums of Puerto Rico present the Predator WPA World 10-Ball Championship. We are a truly international field here. 64 players started out competing for this $250,000, $75,000 to the winner. And we have a truly great match for you. Two true titans of the game, both looking for their first World 10-Ball title. Federer GORST and Shane Van Boening. Need I say more? This is George Deachea and Eric Horlefson bringing you the live action here from the great grand ballroom here at the Rio. Shane won.
Be with you guys again. Sorry, George. Shane won the leg. Be first up to break here. I haven't seen a ton of offensive play throughout the course of the tournament. Good break and run percentage is around 25%. But if there's any players that can up that percentage, it'll be one of these two. So look for every game to be important, for players to string multiple games at a time together. Reminder, we're playing race to 4. This is the redraw portion of the tournament, so it'll be a best of 5 sets. Lots of pool coming up for you here.
And it is single elimination now in the redraw. And we are down to the final 16. When they were all practicing earlier in the last half hour, Federer was playing on this table here. Shane was on the side table, practicing nothing but his break, the timing for the break.
Yeah, he's known for that, and he knows how important the break shot's going to be in this match. One for one so far, no shot on the 1. Going to take an offensive chance at banking at it here. Tough opener for Shane there. Double rattling the pocket.
Thought it was dead in from the overhead.
Yeah, wouldn't have got the position anyways. It was an ambitious try, but he knows he has to be more aggressive against Federer. Left him on the rail. Gonna have to consider elevating here. Could be enough angle going to the right that he can just play one rail back at it. There is.
Every little miss that leaves an open shot will probably limit your times to the table. I doubt that you get back with either of these players. Could be 2 racks and possibly 3.
Yeah, each player will be looking to go on that magical run where they get the one chance and then kind of close out the set. Nice long format here. Similar to a major tennis match. Best of 5 sets. If the 5th set happens to go hill-hill, we'll be going to a shootout. Unlikely.
But as the talent is better matched, or closer matched, the shootouts are more prevalent.
Both players looking for their first World 10-Ball. Federer owns the 9-ball title so far in his career. Shane, 9-ball and 8-ball.
Shane's list of accomplishments are truly a couple pages long. Federer's is getting there in a short time. 23-year-old Federer GORST, 41-year-old Shane Van Boening. Either 40 or 41. Federer is the second highest ranked player by Fargo rate. Shane is the fifth at 837. Federer at 844. Can't live on the difference.
Yeah, promises to be a close match here. Both players long backstroke players. Time the ball very well.
Give you an example of how evenly matched these two are on their head-to-head matches that they played against each other and their common opponents. There is a 0.3% difference, 58.2 to 58.5, and Shane has the 0.3% advantage, probably due to older numbers.
Yeah, staggering how close they really are. They've never matched up in a challenge match. People have talked about it. I think it'll happen eventually.
Especially now that they have different Q sponsors.
Sure.
Shane is sponsored by Q-Tech, and Federer just signed with Viking.
Have you seen any Federer's matches in this tournament? I actually haven't.
I did have one of his. No, I haven't had any of his matches.
Just wondering where he's breaking from. Breaks strong enough to break from all areas of the table. Look for him to adjust if it's not going his way. If I were to guess, I'll put him at breaking from the side rail to begin with. He has a lot of experience in these Pro Billiard Series formats. Done well on tour. Most of the times when he has done well, he's broke from the side rail. Trying to make the one on the side here. Just short. Almost goes off the point in the corner. 8 ball gonna slide in. Does. Four and the 9 are a little tied up by the left side rail. Combo is available. He'd be looking to get straight enough on the 2 here where he doesn't have to run into the 4. Well there. I'm going to develop another angle similar to where the cue ball is right now.
He could just bank the 4, you think, or play the combo?
I think the combo's wired enough that he'll be looking at going after the combo. Four ball's going to move to the rail off the 9. But still controllable. Should be able to maneuver it so it ends up in a similar area to where it's situated right now.
I think he came back a little too far.
It's okay, straight back draw. If not, it can go down to the short rail. Cue's a little higher than he hits on these draws. A little inadvisable for most players because you'll end up kind of elevating down when you hit the draw contact point, but he does it so smoothly.
Extension.
We have 7 other matches going on right now for this final 16. And some already crowned world champions battling. Hecklin Kachi, Koping Chung, Wojak Shevchak.
Both Ko brothers in the final 16 stage here. Nicely played by GORST. Off to a good start here, and this is what we were talking about, getting the one chance and making 2 or 3 games worth on the offensive column. As you look at the scoreboard there, the set score is going to be on the furthest left, and the game score of the set's going to be on the score line on the right. So on the proper side of the 6, natural movement towards the 7. Cue ball's kind of leaning towards the corner pocket. If it is, you can draw it over to the long side of the 7. Doesn't want to get straight here. Smallest angle moving to the left. He'll be able to play out of it, just a little more speed than he would have liked.
Looks pretty straight here. You have a power draw, you think?
Yeah, he could draw all the way back to the side rail. Nice stroke there.
Now we see what that missed bank shot Shane had.
Yeah, 2 racks and counting so far.
That's the kind of effect a miss can have in this Battle of Titans. Other matches going on. You have Carlo Viato and Chang Zhonglin on the other TV table. Albin Ocean versus Mishko Fortunsky. Kopin Yi, Francisco Sanchez Reese. Dennis Grabe and Aloysius Yap. Skylar Woodward. Naoyuki Oi and Eklund Kachi and Bader Alawadi. Those are our 16, final 16. Good view of the Arcos balls and the arena lights reflecting off the top of the balls. Nicely polished, the table's nice and vacuumed. Everything clean here, first rate for our 2 champions.
Yeah, tables have played very well over the course of the week. No complaints from the players. They're really refining these Apex tables. Pushes the 5 in the side. Directly on the 1. Reasonably open rack. Have to see if the 3 passes the 4. It's close. If it doesn't, it'll make the rack much harder.
Keep in mind that there are no early 10 balls and no 10 balls on the break. 10 ball is neutral if it gets pocketed early and gets respotted. Only ball to be respotted.
Yeah, WPA rules in effect. I think 3 passes, George. It's close.
It's real close. It may not. It probably does to the left as you look at the pocket to the left side.
It's really sharp
Left
in there. I think you'd want to avoid that. It's moving around quick, and just by the areas that he's moving around the table, I have a feeling it does. He's kind of just decided it pockets, and he's looking at getting on the bank. Doesn't pocket. Okay, so tough sequence coming up here for GORST. Wants to get the right angle on the bank to be able to hold for the 4.
A lot of eyes on this match all around the world. People started lining up at 8:30 this morning in the grandstands.
I'll bet.
I walked down the elevator came down the elevator and walked all the way down the corridor with somebody he said from Kansas City. He says, I got to get my seat now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get full. He was probably about the 10th or 15th, between 10 and 15 people already in the stands.
There you go. Doesn't want. Oh, it's okay though. 6 is hanging. It's really deep in the pocket, so he's gonna have to be careful how he targets the 6. I think he might have enough of it to catch it ball first. Draw up the left long rail.
Be up against above the side pocket.
Watch out for the 8.
Oh,
It's okay. Good shot. And Federer gonna be on 2 breaking runs now, looking to possibly close out the set with only 1 mistake from Van Boening, making a statement here early on in the match. Moving around at good, controlled pace.
pretty good rhythm to his steps.
Yeah. Both players managing the shot clock well, not really trapping themselves where they're hearing the beep, the 10-second and 5-second beeps. But you can see how he's moving around. He's being careful. He knows some major title that he wants under his belt.
At this point, I might as well say that Federer won the lag, so he got to break first. That entitles Shane to the first break of the second set. No, I take that back. Shane won the lag and broke first.
Yeah.
So Federer stole the first game from him.
Yeah, just perfect 1,000 level pool here.
Perry Henderson, our referee, from Ohio, in this international field.
Haven't seen too many three-pack break-in runs in this tournament. Federer will be going for one here. Sticking with the same break. It's been successful so far. No need to change. If there's any edge in this match, could say that Federer's played in more Pro Billiard Series events. He's kind of used to the ebbs and flows of these races to 4. Cue ball gets kicked in, and Van Boening's going to have a chance in this first set.
That is a great point, Eric. Federer's won, I believe, 3. I know 2 for sure. He won the 2 in Arizona, and I think he won 1 after that. Finished high in all.
You know, the more experience you have at any kind of format, the more you're going to draw on positive things. Like he can be thinking about a time when, you know, he was playing a tough player, he won the first game, and then he broke and ran 2 or 3 to finish the set. Things like that, you know, just trying to replicate positive things that have happened over the course of this format. Look how close Van Boening has to place the cue ball to the corner here. He's going to be going for the 3 foul. And the 1's going to be pretty much surrounded. It's one of those ones where I guess he'll have to push it in and trap it a little more on the 3rd foul. But it's like when you get the ball surrounded on the rail, even though they're not right around it, he still can't hit it here.
You just go ahead and take the foul and open it up.
It's got to be a thought, because if he doesn't, he's going to be in a bad spot on the third foul. Not something you'd want to do against a player like Van Boening, but I know what you mean. If he doesn't move that area now, it's not going to get any better for him on the next shot.
Because Shane can just take a foul or put a ball, put a ball up against, put the 5 ball up against it.
What's he doing here? Going for the jump cue? If he pulls this off, just give him the title right now. Just kidding.
Wow. Well, I hate to be the referee making this call.
Oh, he almost hit it. So the thing was, if he landed on the 1, he could have played the cue ball onto the 8 and kept the cue ball on the table still. So he tried his only offensive chance there, and he moved the balls as well. Look at this, was real close.
Mm-hmm.
So Van Boening with his first chance since rack 1. Like a nice safe there, putting Federer in a bad trap.
Yeah, some of the pros might try to get that third foul right now. I wouldn't if I was Shane.
Yeah, rack's open enough. If he gets himself into any kind of half trouble, he'll consider it, knowing that 3 fouls would be a win. Nice for Shane playing with the extension. He has these long reach shots, doesn't have to go to his case and put the extension on. Just grab further back on the cue.
We have some good stats to share with you guys, and we'll share them throughout the match and between games. And provided by the stat guys, Michael Salmon and Avi Pandi.
Shane will be looking at a way to get onto the non-combo side of the 8 here. If he doesn't end up on the proper angle for the 7, the combo is an option. He'll want to be avoiding it. That angle to come across table now. Just got to be careful not to overdraw here. He's in dead stroke. Don't expect these players to be making any kind of routine errors in this match. It'll be the tough situations that'll be the decider. And again, who ends up breaking well? Federer's proved so far that he can produce those lockout type games. See if Shane can come back with a break and run or a couple here.
Nice round of applause for, should I call him Captain America?
Sure.
The new kid on the block.
Yeah. Only 1 missed ball so far in the 4 games. Bank by Van Boening, barely missed. Federer hasn't played safe yet. All runouts for him. Shane had to play 1, executed it well.
Both players' performance, overall performance, up over 900, 917 and 906.
I was speaking with the pool stats guy the other day. That 900 rating there is relative to an AccuStats rating, but it has their own formula, and it has a few more categories where things can put you into a lower rating. So we'll call it, it's actually called Player Performance Pop. I can't remember the exact acronym right now. But
So-
just consider it an AccuStats rating with a bit of a tougher barometer on that.
So they put a little bit of their own twist to it.
Yeah. 1,000 is a perfect score.
One ball corner.
Player overall performance. So if you're playing well, you're popping. That's what he told me.
They sit ringside and accumulate all their stats. Now a bank shot missed by Mr. Gorst.
Yeah, near miss from Feder. They even have stats called the lucky roller as well. So a shot like this where Feder goes for an offensive shot and leaves Shane nothing, that would be considered a lucky roll. And there's a whole thing of stats that will give you a number for that. It's really, really in-depth stuff and very impressive what they've put together.
And that shot right there would be a perfect example.
Yeah. Shane getting out of that one. So yeah, if you want to join their Facebook page, it's Pool Stats Guy.
Oh. And Feder comes with 2 no-nos in a row. The hook behind, the missed 1 ball, and then
Extension.
that scratch on the kick.
Quite sure here. There's a lot of balls over on the left side of the table. Might be looking at playing the cue ball behind the 8, but I think the cue ball is going to kind of run past the 8 in that case. He's looking at an overcut option. It's called the 1 in the corner. Surprised he's going to hit it that hard. But I think it's cue ball around 3 rails here behind the 2. Here it comes. It's a little hard. Gonna get a small roll. He's good there. Might have left the smallest edge on the right side. If he did, there's a ton of blockers over on the left side of the table. Shane's got his jump cue, so he thinks he might be fully blocked. Even if he is jumping, he'll be trying the same shot, just on a jump. Jump cue down. Does have a small piece of it here. Out for the scratch here. It's close. It's in. And this could be the first set for GORST. Likely will be. Everything pretty open. I think it's possible the 1 doesn't have a pocket here, oddly.
I was just looking at that.
Can he play it off the 3?
You could probably play the 1-4.
Or the 1-4 combo, yeah.
Four ball corner.
Strong first set from GORST so far. Not really much Van Boening could have done differently. Remember, we're playing a best of 5 sets here. Federer's able to get out in this rack. That'll be set number 1.
Here's a glaring stat. Time at the table. 74% for GORST, 26% for Mr. Van Boening.
Yeah, controlling the play here.
Exactly what our game score is.
Right? Rack looks okay. Of course, just has to stay in line here. Not do anything extra with the cue ball. Maintain the proper angles. Get straight enough on this 5. He's good there. Really has a repeatable pre-shot routine. Kind of comes over to the angle he wants to get the cue ball on next. He is there. Really visualizing exactly where he wants the cue ball to make things the easiest on himself. Comes back to the pocketing angle. He's kind of already over on that side of the table. Have to go around to the 8. And Predator GORST popping, as they say with the stats guys. Shooting around a 950 in this first set.
You go around this 3 rails or just roll it and take the shot right there?
Yeah, I think 3 rails. Just try to guarantee yourself better position here. 2 rails, interesting. Worried about running into the 10 off the second rail. Good shot.
Another little interesting tidbit as Federer closes out set number 1. And on to set number 2, he will be breaking in set number 2. As Predator GORST was a semifinalist here last year, Shane has yet to break into that arena of semifinalist or finalist. I believe the best he's done in this format was a 3rd, his very first Alpha Las Vegas Open.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I think, Shane's strength is in breaking and running racks, and I think the hand rack stipulations, he probably does better than most players because he breaks so hard. But if he doesn't get his break and run percentage up to the heights that it would be if there was a template rack, and again, not playing in as many, Predator Pro Series tournaments, not as much experience on the Predator tables as some of the other players. I think it could be just coincidental too. I mean, when they first brought this World Championship over to the States, I thought Shane would win one of them, but he hasn't so far.
Mm-hmm.
There goes the 1, and that's the break Federer's looking for. I think he's on the 2 here.
Open shot. 3 ball goes to the side. He's probably just bring it straight back.
Yeah, it's close. He's right down on the angle. See if he can, how much of the 2 ball he has. Looks like he's going to be offensive here. Thinking about where he wants the cue ball for the 3. Might play so aggressive that he goes 2 rails forward here. Doesn't like anything happening with draw. 3 doesn't pass enough of the 8 in the right middle pocket. Hit. How's the speed? It's going to be tough to get perfect on this ball. He's done well enough that he can pocket it in the side. Cue ball's definitely running into the 9-6. See how he's able to control that. It's pretty thin, so there's going to be a lot of speed in the cue ball here. Ideally, if he hits the right side of the 9 and the cue ball starts traveling towards the 6 and hits the top side of the 6, that'll be his best chance. Oh, he overcut it. Shot clock was winding down. Affected him a little bit. Worried about how he's going into the 9. Just shows how thin that shot was too. You know, he hit it on the proper angle. It didn't even get to the pocket. It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
I wonder if he ever considered to bank the ball and put the cue ball behind the six.
He definitely did. I think both players will be looking to stay offensive here, not trying to trust to luck when they're getting in those defensive battles.
Yeah, they're both so accomplished with the jump stick and kicking.
She got a little funny here. Gonna want to look for ways to avoid the 6-10, but might have to run into them. Gets there. See how much room there is for the 6 past the 8. If there's not, 6 is available in the corner.
6 ball corner.
Just gets there, and he'll be good in this first rack of the second set. Again, set score line on the furthest left on your scoreboard there. Or, pardon me, match score line on the furthest left. Set score line to the right. James broke from the middle both his first 2 breaks. If you can get the balls behind the 1 going at any kind of consistent rate, that break is very dangerous.
Shane's first lead in the match. In the second set.
Final 16 single elimination portion of the tournament. How are we doing on our other matches, George?
Well, we're looking at Predator Alawaldi leading Eklinkachi 3-1 in the first set.
Surprising.
Skyler leading WPA 3-2. Aloysius Yap has won the first set over Dennis Gabe. Bopigny and FSR tied at 1. Nishko Fortunsky and Albin Ocean. Albin has won the first set. Wojciech Shevchek leads Koping Chang 2-0. And Carlo Viado leads Chang Zhonglin 3-1.
Nice break there from Van Boening from the side rail. Looking to get his offensive train going here. Big cue ball pop. Cue ball hit very purely, getting a ton of action even though he's breaking from the side rail. If he's able to replicate that, it'll look good for him. Moving forward in this set. Oh, I randomly have a fire alarm going off in the main arena here.
What is this?
That's
2019?
The noise has stopped, but the emergency message is going off. I think they're going to have to halt play here. Sorry, guys. This actually happened a few years ago,
2019?
or last year, yeah, and it took a long time for it to go off. Stop. It's not only the messages, it's flashing lights in the arena too, which are too distracting to the players. A lot of people here at the Rio. It just takes one person to lean against a fire alarm, or who knows why. I mean, I guess there's always a chance that there is a fire.
Right.
Can we get out, George? Nothing visible on site here.
We could read some stats. Interesting. We have 7,000 people running around here. We have ballrooms full of people with the CSI Expo and all the amateurs in the world and national tournaments, BCA PL and the USA PL. So it is packed.
We'll stay with you for about 5 minutes here, just in case, but really this delay could be a while. Unfortunate for GORST and Van Boening. They had a great match going. Tough to when they have to take a break like this. Things happen.
I'm a little worried about that. 'Cause I just received 2 phone calls from 2 people that I wouldn't get when they know I'm on the air.
Hmm. Well, it would take a big fire to burn this place down, I'll tell you that much.
This actually went out from my room a couple nights ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a good feature, obviously, if there is some kind of emergency. Likely a lot of times it's just something, an accident or something small.
Well, I'm going to let Eric talk to you guys. I'm going to go out and check the ballroom because we're behind a curtain here and we can't see what's going on.
Yeah, we're just going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you guys. I'm sure someone will notify when the match is back on. Just going to take a quick break here.
And Jessica Centeno, Women's World Pinball Champion.
A 9-0 win over Ali Fisher. Shane Van Boening, our World Pinball Champion.
The Wisconsin Open Champion, Joshua Phillips.
Happy for him, and also he's played great all week, hasn't he?
Michigan champion for the 2nd time in a row. Victor Solinsky goes back-to-back in Vegas. Junior Championship.
Yannick Congress is our new world champion, under 19.
Wisconsin Women's Open Champion.
Puerto Rican Open Women's 10-ball champ.
Team Germany, our world team champions.
Well, it looks like we might have a restart here. Shane back at the table. Coming back to live action. Had a couple of commercials run for you as the Rio alerted us of their early system. Meanwhile, Shane shooting his 2-ball. Gonna hold it there for the 3. Or draw around it. Pretty straightforward. These 5 balls to go here. To take game number 2 in the second set. Shane must have his hearing aids off. It won't bother him. Is that going to go off again? Wow. We'll find out. He came over too far. He's actually going to have to elevate here. That's one place he did not want to be. He's taking an extension to line this up. This is a tough shot over a ball. All he really has to do is pocket the ball. The cue ball should stay in the vicinity for good shape on the 9. Champions have no problem with those shots, or they make it look like they have no problems with them. Those are tough, tough shots. Elevated. Taking the 9, going to the 10. He's gotten a little more than he wanted out of that one. Up above the side pocket. This takes some focus. And Shane is focused. Game number 2, second set to Shane Van Boening. That was quite a little run there, those last few balls. And that's 2 games for Shane at a 71% table time now compared to Federer's 29. Shane shooting at 1,000%. Player overall performance.
Shane looking to replicate the same break he had on the previous. There goes the 1. No roll on the 2.
Jail behind the 6. Break was successful in pocketing balls. The pool gods were successful in putting them in jail.
Yeah, cut it a little bit. Still, for a ball to end up right in front of the cue ball.
Push out.
No way to legislate for that.
Give yourself a jump over the 8.
I think he has to. Can't leave anything too easy for GORST here. I think Federer will be giving this one back. Jump safe is banking the 2 to the right of the 4. It's a bit of a risk with the cue ball going into the corner pocket. I think it's too low percentage to try to jump it right in. It's going to try to trap the cue ball down near that 4-5 area.
2-ball
Draw.
corner.
Call it in the corner because it might bank in 2 rails. Some control. That's
What a shot. I get so excited, I just talk right over Eric.
He's all right. Yeah, both players knew that was the shot. Federer just decided the execution on it was so tough that he gave it back. I don't blame him. Shane came with a nice, great shot there.
Well, we were on alarm break. They ran a couple of clips of the highlights so far in this match.
A lot of great shots already. Arrow missed there by GORST. Shane's gonna have a chance to kick this in. Favoring the jump. Both shots are makeable. Oh, the cue ball got on that shot.
We've seen that great camera angle and great camera view several times now where that cue ball is up there a good 14 inches.
Yeah.
Maybe even 15.
Shane will control the 4. And Van Boning's going to have to come with a pressure pot here in the first set. Second set, pardon me. He can play safe. He's considering it. The issue with the offensive shot is that the cue ball is kind of traveling towards the 8-9. He's called it in. He's going to go for it here. Tough shot. You know, my students will say to me all the time, well, I struggle with long shots, and I hate to give them a cheap answer, but the fact is they're just tougher. Especially when you're hitting them at a kind of a slower speed like that, cueing off the rail. It's an extremely tough shot.
Sure, and it requires maybe a little bit of spin or a little English.
There by GORST. Shane will be able to go to the long rail here. Typically you'd be hitting the half ball on the low side. In this case, the 4 is running into the 7. He had a window and he's able to stop the cue ball behind the 7. Good shot there from Van Boening, putting GORST in a bad spot here. See any obvious kick safes here. GORST will be going at this with speed. Just trying to create distance somehow. Slow rolled at it. Decent roll from that position. Banks playing a little long. Shane might try to shorten it up with left spin. This is missable because for the position you want to come straight back. That power bank. He's able to shorten the angle and up enough with speed. Drew out of the shot nicely. Shane answering strongly here in the second set. Be very hard to come back and beat Federer 3 sets in a row, so he knows he wants to get things on level terms here. Good shot. Combo was too tough.
Safety, or do you shoot it?
He's got to go after it. Angle's a little more than what he would have wanted. Cue ball's going to have to play across 2 rails. There is lots of room going across table. Bit of right spin to help avoid the 8. Could play into the 8 as well. Shot, nice and square, stopping the cue ball right where he needed. And Van Boening looking good to take a 3-0 lead here. Breaking well, to break and run. Back arm dead still there. Shane probably with maybe the most experience of anyone in the field in big pressure situations.
That and 1,000.
Yeah,
That number 2.
yeah, perfect set going. Predator played a nice safe on the 4 in that rack. Just got him lucky with leaving a window between the 5-7. Shane took full advantage. About equal on table time now. Both breaking well, making the bomb 75% of the breaks each. Really equal match all around.
Ball's pocketed in the second set. 28 for Shane and 2 for Predator GORST.
Wow. First shot after the break is an interesting stat there. They're both at 50%. Kind of shows if one player is getting luckier than the other. Especially in this racking format. Neither player is really controlling getting on the 1. Railer seems to be going with decent consistency now. But again, the 8 goes in, gets in between the 1 and the cue ball, so Federer will be up in this rack. Shane could take a very aggressive jump with the 1, but I think it's ill-advisable. It's tempting.
If the 2 ball wasn't covered, I think he might.
He's gonna go for it. Can come across 2 rails here, but yeah, the position's not guaranteed by any means. Got to land in a small area for the 2. Thing is, if you're pushing against a player like Federer, there's so many spots where he can turn it around on you. So you kind of have to take the initiative yourself here. Thick. Gonna get the roll on the leaf. Could be a window between the 3-5. If anything, I think the 5 will be blocking. Excuse me.
One ball side.
Was able to get through of it. Made controlling the safe a lot easier for GORST. Does well there.
Could improve his safety efficiency.
Yeah, it was down near 60%. So from Shane, controlling the cue ball nicely. 8-ball gets in the way. Might have to try jump carom here on the 10. Reminder, early 10s won't count. But if he is able to pocket it, he will stay at the table.
1-ball corner.
Bank on the 1.
Extension.
Nope, it sells out.
Yeah, cue ball will be running into the 10 here. Shane will be looking at parts of the 10 he can hit and still develop position towards the 2.
Did you go too far?
It's okay. It's a good shot there from Van Boening. Too much risk on getting on the proper side of the 3 here with getting behind the 8. Just going to accept an angle going up table. We'll have to draw out of the angle.
Both players looking really strong, really focused.
As promised, close contest here. Shane looking to win the second set and draw the overall set score even.
Extension.
Original plan was to draw this ball. Looks like he's thinking like he might have to follow it. Very slight position there where you follow 2 rails and check the angle a bit. Have to really get through the cue ball nicely to still maintain energy in the cue ball while checking it. And Van Boening answering the call here in the second set.
Soft hands on that 4-ball.
He's going to have to power up and power draw back for the 6. Just going to go side. Feels like he has a natural angle, playing okay back towards it. It'll be GORST to break in the first rack of set number 3. Both players here controlling multiple games off the break. We'll see if GORST can get back in offensive mode right from the beginning. Down in the final 16 stage here at the World Championships, coming down to crunch time. Single knockout at this stage, best of 5 sets. There we go. Looks like Federer's going to take a quick break here in between sets.
Who you rooting for?
Probably won't be very long. We'll stay with you. Staying in the arena. Caught up in some other final 16 matches right now.
Who's rooting for GORST? Wow, Shane, you man, one guy? All right, you guys been fantastic. Just remember, if you come in early,
Crowd behind Shane. He's been playing in front of these fans for a long time. There's one fan that's cheering for Federer.
That's right. She's cheering all the way. Christina Tkach. screen.
Predator Alawadi's taking the first set against Kachi. Reminder, these are all best of 5 sets, so long matches. Skylar Woodward's taking the first set over Nariko Oi. Yap up a set against Grave. Ruiz and Ko still in the first set. Long set there. GORST and Van Boening done 2 sets in the time that they're still in the first. Ocean up 1-0 against Fortunsky. Koping Chung up 1-0 against Wojciech Shevchuk. Beato's taking the first set against Cheng Jun Lin. Beato quietly going about his business this week. Not on the results side. And obvious that he won the Las Vegas Open, but he's one of those players that is more dangerous than a lot of people think.
Same mistake Raw did. Called out Beato as the champion. He was Lee Van Cortez.
Oops. I made the final of the Las Vegas Open.
That was kind of a chuckle, a good chuckle in the announcement.
High-level match here.
Yeah, that Sanchez and Copigny must be moving real slow. I think there had been a set done and they were tied at 1 in the first set. And they're still not done with the first set. They're tied at 2, like you said. Everyone else has a set under their belt. A little surprising to watch Eklund Kachi go down the first set.
Lots of time to come back now.
But Predator Adewaldi out of Saudi Arabia, I believe.
Yeah, kind of an under the radar player.
Top 2 players coming out of that, I think, are him and Omar Al Shaheen.
That's right, yeah. Abdel Al Youssef's playing out of, it might be Kuwait actually. Big break there from Shane. Can hear it all the way back in the comm box here. How well he hit that one. 10 ball going in, no shot on the 1. Got some follow on the cue ball that time. 1 could have been available if he parked it directly. Even being at such a high break success is going to be a good start for both these players. They're going to take the offensive jump here. He could be so aggressive, yeah, that he tries to play it straight in, but too much of a risk there. I'm going to bank at the 1, try to use the 3-4 as cover.
A little bit of a 2-way shot. It's going to come back up for him, though.
Close, just too much speed. Looks like the 1's ended up in the perfect spot, though, where it's going to be tough for Shane to pocket it. I think he'll opt for safe here. Real high percentage safe. Bringing the cue ball back near where it is now. The window, left Federer to the left edge, and we'll see what Federer can do with this. Shaking his head, might not quite have enough of the 1.
1 ball corner.
He has a lot of it. He's going to try to bank it in, stick the cue ball in that area. Bit of an odd shot there because he had to cross it. I don't think he had much chance to actually make it. Just trying to look to make something happen. Shane can try to play the cue ball behind the 5 here.
Which corner is shooting at? The bank shot or the cut shot? The cut shot.
Wow. Offensive attack from Van Boening there and did very well. Next question for this rack will be if the 6 is available, or if the 9 is blocking too much of the angle. I think he's okay to pocket the 6 directly. Being on the small angle that he needs to get on. Oh, he's looking at the breakout angle now. He will have to develop it. Good angle there. You want to end up over top of either of these balls, but the main goal is just to separate them. Good shot.
Real nice shot coming off the rail instead of into the ball.
Yeah, highest way he was going to have the least chance of getting over top of either of them. Bit of cue ball movement in the next 3 shots. But expect Shane to stay in stroke here and get through this rack. This will be 5 games straight for Van Boening now. Federer not really making any mistakes, just couldn't quite get the advantage in a couple of the moving racks that he was involved in.
Shane has played, well, scheduled for 4 matches in this tournament. He had a forfeit by Jeremy Sausset, and he lost to Carlo Beato 2 straight sets, but then defeated Jason Klatt, Mustafa Alnar, and Alex Pagulayan in straight sets.
Yeah, had to take the long road for the loser's side, so he's been under threat of elimination for, this will be his 4th round.
And Shane's opened the 3rd set with a break and run.
Couple safe exchanges at the beginning of the rack there. Yeah.
That's why I said it with a little question mark. Oops.
Shane making a nice offensive pot on the 1, coming with perfect position.
Focused. Intent.
Yeah, only a few times a year you see players at a top level focused to this amount. They know World Championships on the line, they both want it.
It's the only World Championship that's been held in the U.S. for the past 4 years.
That's right. And prior to that, there hadn't been one for over 20 years, I
Yeah.
believe.
Right, because all the other World 10 balls were held in the Philippines.
Yeah, and the 9 ball's always been overseas. Offensive run's going to end here for Van Boening. Of course, they'll be hoping the 1 pockets past the 3. If not, he's very thin in the side. Let's see how they ended up here. He's going to have to play a thin cut shot into the side. Looks like there's no option but to run into the 2 off the 1. Ideally, he'll be looking at hitting the left side of the 2.
One ball side.
Cue ball's gonna have a lot of energy here. If he doesn't catch the left side of the 2, he's not gonna get a shot most of the time. Big shot coming here for GORST, trying to turn the tide after losing 5 games straight. Oh, that's a little unlucky how it's ended up. Doesn't seem too concerned, so might be able to catch it thinly enough.
Extension. Two-ball corner.
Yeah, he's okay to play it straight in. Bunch of left spin, make the line towards the 3 a little longer, help cut the 2 in. He's okay with the 3 past the 9. Could have went bad for him here.
3-ball corner.
It's all right. Rest the rack pretty open. Oh, he wasn't all right. Just went for the safe, took away the right long rail. Van Boening gonna be on a tough kick here.
Tucked him in nicely on that.
Yeah, he was really focused on not leaving any of the right long rail. Checking this cue ball back towards the 3, tough to judge.
Extension.
Tried to bend the cue ball, just overbent it a bit. Of course, there'll be a big favorite to run this rack now. Let's see how much he wants it there. Both players have been able to put together multiple racks once they've had the chance. GORST hasn't broken about 20 to 30 minutes probably.
GORST has only broken 3 times.
Didn't have the break in the first set and just had those 3 breaks after that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he had the opening break in the second set.
Okay. And get over to the proper side of the 6 here. Too straight. Can just accept distance if he likes. Does have an angle going to the right, so he's going to play the cue ball around 2 rails, maybe even 1. Good stroke there. Don't mind playing back for the short pocket again. Not too much cue ball movement here. Just want to take out that chance of getting a little funny on the 8 and then possibly missing the 8. Just going to be a little straight again. Just hoping for some angle moving to the right. If he has it, he'll be going 2 rails forward. It's okay. Very high quality pool here. Still very low on the missed shots between both players. If there has been any, they've been tough ones.
Shane has not missed any shots in the second set. GORST has missed 2. I'm sorry, yes, 2. He's down 4-3 for the whole match. We are tied at 1 in the second set.
Third set now. We're tied at 1 set each. Best of. That's all
Wrong
right.
X.
That's all right.
Wrong X.
Best of 5 sets overall.
Good look at the stats there for you.
Shane's safes have been perfect. I don't know how many he's shot, but he's on 100%. 921 overall performance. Again, that's being on a little bit stricter than an AccuStats performance based off 1,000.
Okay, went through the first set at 1,000. Second set he's at 846. Third set, excuse me.
Yeah, didn't shoot much in the first set. I think Shane held Federer to under 10 balls pocketed in the second set. There goes the 5 on the side. One's not there for him. Have to see if this ball's frozen. It's going to affect what kind of shot Federer shoots here.
It was 2 balls pocketed.
2 balls pocketed in the whole set. Wow.
You thought 10 was low.
Haven't received confirmation if it's frozen or not. I'm sure they have. We just didn't see it on stream. The amount of high-level thinking that goes into these pushes between these world-class players is just hard to put into words. Knowing that their opponent can do so much against them and trying to figure out a way that they can still make something positive happen for themselves.
Got this on the right. Come over to the third diamond on the long rail underneath the cue ball here to the left.
Yeah, try to get in a way where you're using kind of like a 2-ball wall with the 2 and the 9. The other option is using just the 9, but I like what you said. Gave it back. Okay. Half surprised here. Either player could catch the window between the 2-9, but I think you would want to take a chance at that happening. The worst that can happen is that you'd still be able to see the ball. You'd be able to see the ball just like you can now. So kind of surprised he gave it back.
Yeah, using the English like this, he'll be able to do exactly that. He
came up short, though.
Came up short, and looks like he's given up a bank shot, or he might have a straight in.
Definitely a bank. That's a safety error there from Federer. Just caught the ball a little thicker than he wanted. Ran it straight in. GORST doing some kind of hand motion there, like the ball might have rolled off a little bit, and it can at that speed. Could be just frustration on his part, hard to tell. 6 doesn't pass the 7, I don't believe.
No, it doesn't, but will he do something with off the 4?
Yeah. Just trying to think of exactly how he'd develop it. He'll have ideas on that. You could get into the short side as well. Not the combo. Plays okay from there. 6 is just going to move towards the rail. Yeah, it's kind of too much angle to really hold the cue ball. See? And he's able to check it. Good shot. This isn't perfect for the type of angle where the cue ball just stops there and the 6 plays in the same pocket. He still has options to develop it positively.
7 ball
Has to
corner.
move the 6 a lot more than he wanted, though. Turned out well. Nice shot. So we'll see how many games Shane is able to punish Federer for the safe air. Surprising positional error there from Shane. Had a lot of room to play the cue ball across table. Just got into it too much. And he's not. Safes aren't obvious here. Federer getting ready to come back to the table.
Extension.
He still doesn't know. He has an idea of pushing the 1 over to the right long rail, and, or pardon me, the 8, and trying to play the 8 near the 10. Not much else.
Yeah, 1 rail, and maybe he was elevating to get behind the 9 with the cue ball.
Yeah, or even run into the 9 because you're going to have to hit the 8 pretty hard. Nicely done. Did it end up perfect? It did, I think. What a shot there from Van Boening. Oh, he left him the edge where he can cut it in.
Extension.
Big shot here in the 3rd set. That was a great effort from Van Boening. Just left a bit of an edge on the 8. Still tough for Federer, especially after not shooting offensively or a tough shot like this for a bunch of racks. This is what champions are made of, though. I'd expect him to get it.
They come out of the chair swinging. Well, in the very first set, Shane missed that 1 ball. Federer cleaned it up and then broke and ran the next 2.
Got it. Cue ball safe. Watch out for it in the corner. Doesn't quite get there.
8 ball corner.
Shane's playing the bank. Oh, he's not. Is he not pocket hooked or? No, he's okay. He's gonna play the bank back to the pocket he's shooting over. Just short. There's the speed. Gonna leave it tough. Chance for GORST. Really expect him to get this one. Speed of the shot will make the pocket a little bigger. Doesn't have to overhit it. Favor targeting the 8 into the long rail a little bit here on this type of angle. GORST looking to take the lead in the 3rd set now. Remember, every time a player puts a score on their side of the board, they'll have the next break as well. Can turn into a set winning opportunity every time they're at the table. Shane had the game, just randomly ran out of position for the first time in the match.
Came up against the 8. Good exchange on it, too, for both of them. First lead since the first set.
Yeah, he's been trailing. He knew that he had the one set advantage, but really not been leading in the scoreline for a long while now.
By now, I hope we've trained you on your screen to read the stats and get your takeaways, form your opinions. Shane at an 850 in the third set, overall performance. And Federer was at... I didn't get to read those fast enough, so I'll just pull mine up here. In the third set at 875.
All behind the one is going directly back in the side while they're breaking from the side rail. Kind of odd. Federer a little bit not quite happy here, but I think he does have a kick on the one. Playing into the four. See how they ended up exactly here. He does. He'll be going for it. So, chance for a break and run here for GORST. Nothing easy on this first shot. Not only playing a kick, but a kick combo. So happens that if he tries to kind of just target the one in by itself, it should make the four.
Extension.
A lot of these little rail first shots are overlooked by a lot of the amateurs.
Yeah, they're tough to make. You need experience in knowing where to hit the rail, and they come up so often. It's odd how much they come up. Not far from GORST.
You have a little system to shoot that you want to share with all the viewers?
I know the one with measuring it from the rail and then taking the cue back. There's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, you have to measure outside the blue onto the edge of the table.
Yeah, you can find your point on the rail. Shane uses that one. You'll see him use it in matches. Looked like Federer kind of went by feel on that one there.
After a while, I think you can almost go by feel. When you still look at it, but you don't have to actually put your fingers there. But when you're going for a specific spot on the ball that you want to hit, like I think Federer just did there, then you want to measure it with your finger.
Yeah. Slide of the table, balls, conditions play a slight factor, but it's a good way to definitely hit the ball and hit the proper side of the ball.
Looking pretty good here for this run out.
Yeah, seeing if he can play the 5 in the long pocket. It's close past the 9. He'll know if he can. That'll be the simplest position.
Otherwise, he might have to go around the table.
Yeah, he can't really go forward if he's trying to get above it. It's okay.
Goes by the 9.
Didn't want to end up on the rail here. Still expecting to get it. A little bit daunting. Maybe not shooting into a full pocket. No, he's got to pass the 9. Just kind of awkward cueing here when the cue ball gets on the rail in this position. He's going to make it look easy, but these are the kind of shots that even mid-level or 700 type players can miss. Good shot.
This will take a soft stroke. You hate to float the ball like this.
Yeah, I might draw at it. Natural angle's okay. He'll take the 9 to the long pocket again. On new cloth, these long corner pockets, if you get kind of more direct on them, the corner pockets play a little bigger. Like these kind of shots you might not want to play on your home tables or pool room tables if the cloth is older, because you can't really hit the rail going in. But here, you just play the speed of the shot, target the inside rail a bit, makes the pocket big.
Slides off the rail a little bit if he hits the rail at all. On these, he rarely does.
One lead to GORST now in the third set. Coming with the break and run there, looking to put another one up. Close the set out. Both players breaking at a real high level. Break percentage has got to be around 80% now, George?
For the match, it's 83 for Federer and 71 for Shane.
Yeah, that's really high considering the hand rack. We've seen players struggle below 20%.
Sure.
Both players breaking well. Ref doing a good job of getting them a tight rack.
Missed shots. 1 for Shane. And 3 for Federer. Once in the first set, twice in the second.
Yeah, real low number of missed shots. All tough ones as well. I don't remember any routine balls being missed. Quite a big pop on that one. Did make one on the side. Oh, directly in the corner, off the corner of the rack.
That happens every so often. I still can't understand how it happens.
It's just kind of
Spin.
the corner ball is not quite loose at the corner of the rack. Like it'll never happen with the template rack. Shot there from Federer.
Yeah, great control of the one ball.
Shane can play a jump safe here, trying to hit the right side of the one. Play the one up table. Use the 5-7 as blockers. Got to get right up here. Make sure the cue ball's drawing. You can hop the rail if you're actually bounding too much into this ball. Shot. Didn't want to hit the 2. Got over top of the 10 though, and no obvious pocket for the 1.
I wonder how they rate this on the sheet. Is this a safety?
Yeah, it's kind of it wouldn't be an error either way, and it would be an efficient save from Federer. That's like a lucky roller, kind of.
Yeah. Because, you know, this is like a sneaky safety. You make them elevate like that.
Mm-hmm. GORST was pointing over towards the 9. Might just be trying to play the cue ball in line with the 9. Not much for him here. It's a good try. Controlled the 1 nicely. Didn't leave enough for a bank.
His object ball speed is just outstanding.
Yep. Shane's gonna play a standard. Oh, he has enough of it. Gonna hit it thinly on the left side. Nice shot. Just low percentage jump on the 2. There are spots where the 6 could make the pocket bigger for the 2, but it also can miss it. So he'll be looking to pocket it directly in. Odd one there. Was the prop offered his hand an apology, not sure why. It's not going to be a shot. And Boening back in now with a good chance. Control there towards the 3. You can hear it was a good shot, deserving of applause, but the crowd's not afraid to try to get him going here. Really been the consummate role model for all American players for over 20 years now. People looking for him to get his first World 10 ball title.
It's the only one he's missing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For the Triple Crown. That's a good trivia question for the viewers in the chat. How many players have won the World 8, 9, and 10 ball championships? I couldn't answer offhand. Not sure.
Well,
Darren Appleton has 2 of them. I don't think he has an 8 ball though.
there could only be Darren Appleton, Mika Nimanen,
Don't think he has an 8 ball.
Koping Yi, Koping Chung, Eklund Kachi, and Wojciech Szewczak. Those are the winners. Those are players that have won the World 10 Ball Championships.
I think Kachi's won the 8 ball, but he hasn't won the 9 ball. So maybe no one's done it so far. Hitting that ball a little too hard. Gonna have to bank the 9 here. Bit of pressure on this. Expect him to get it. Close battle here in the 3rd set. Van Boening will be breaking in rack number 6. What a match we've had so far.
Okay, your list of World 8-Ball champions. Beginning in 2004, Efren Reyes, Wu Jiaqing, Ronnie Alcano, Ralph Souquet, Carl Boyce, Dennis Orpolo, Chang Zhonglin, and Francisco Sanchez-Reis. And in 2023, it was Shane Van Boening.
All right, so Kachi's never won that one either. Yeah, I don't think it's been done. Shane catching a little follow there. Small roll, not going in the corner pocket. Right on the 2. Staring Hill in the face here. 5 balls flying into a big track of where he would want to come on the 3. Might choose to draw the cue ball inside the 4 and between the 8-7 because the 5 looms very big going forward. Could play past it as well. Shot. How's it coming through those angles? Great shot there from Van Boening. Pinpoint position. A lot of traffic in the middle of this rack, so first few shots will have to be navigated properly.
Extension.
Shane just looking at accepting the distance. Too much traffic in the middle, doesn't want to run into anything, going towards the 4. Decided he could get through it, did it nicely. It's going to be a favorite now to run this rack, and we're looking at Hill here. Great match going on so far. The Van Boening stance there. Big bend in his back leg, back foot outward. Little wide stance overall. I think Shane will run through this angle with a bit of right spin. Short pocketing here for Shane. Natural angle towards the 10, and we'll be looking at Hill here. Match completely even, tied at 1 set each, and 3 games each in the 3rd set.
Well, if we get that in the next one.
In the 5th set, it'll be a shootout. And Boening opened from the middle a couple times, but he's gone over to the side rail since. Been very successful. 75% break success. Federer up at 86. He's only not made a ball once.
Ko Ping Chung is up 2 sets to 0 over Wojciech Szewczak, both 10-ball champions, world 10-ball champions. Eklund Kachi trails 1 set to 0, and he's down 3-2 in the 2nd set.
Surprising result there. Not over yet. Crushes the rack. Oh, and he got kicked in. You know, over the years, obviously he's got his fair share of rolls too, but random bad rolls have happened like this to Shane. I've seen it, you know, the times when he hasn't won. Look at this. Cue ball's right in the middle. And just dead in the side.
I actually remember talking to a pretty top pro regarding Shane's incidences on the break where he gets kicked into a pocket at a crucial time.
Yeah.
And he says, the comment he made, it was Rodney Morris. The comment he made was, when he breaks, he's landing the cue ball in a spot where it crosses traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just a little bit off to the left or the right.
Interesting.
And that's how that gives you an idea of how specific they are, even in landing the cue ball on the break.
Sure.
Out of patterns.
Well, he had it at a time when it's an important spot in the set. I'll just say this quickly, but when he's breaking with templates, he could hit the cue ball so hard that it would come back to the head string, and nothing tends to come back to that area. He actually has that edge too. But I know what you mean. He hits it so squarely that it kind of ends up in the middle and can get kicked in like that. Federer with a good chance here. Really everything in the open. Big turning point here in the overall match. Has to maneuver the cue ball a little bit from the 4 to the 5. Don't mind him just playing out to the right of all those balls. And he's going to come through them somehow. Easy pocketing though, so he'll be able to feel the cue ball good here. Shane just kind of looking off into space, knowing that the set probably over with. Do you remember if he made a ball? It's possible he didn't make a ball in the break as well.
Shane?
Yeah. Last 6 balls are remaining.
I don't remember. I just remember the scratch.
Yeah.
This is a little touchy. The side pocket coming across there for it.
So I want to be on the rail here. It's okay. He's going to have to play some left spin. Avoid the 8, coming over for the 7 on the side. Left spin will help pocket the 6. Has to hit it at a slightly slower than comfortable speed. Might actually have to soft draw at it. Decided to play less spin there, take more cut angle on the 7. Gonna have to move the cue ball a little more.
Check it again or run around 3 rails avoiding the 10?
I think you have to check this one. If you don't know this shot well, it's easy to misjudge. Judge perfectly, of course. Great shot there. Angle moving to the right off the 8. So 3 more balls here, and Federer GORST will be taking a 2-1 lead in the overall match. Tough roll for Shane on the break here. Nicely played. What a match we've been treated to so far.
Exactly what we expected. They'd have it no other way. This is actually the first rack where they've both were hill. It was 4-1 in the first, 4-0 in the second.
Yeah, both players kind of had a bunch of break-in runs in the sets they won. This one was a little more back and forth. Might have been 2 overall, but not 2 together.
We had 1 break-in run in this set and 1 in the second set. Federer had 2 break-in runs in the first set. I believe he had 1 in the third set.
Federer didn't have a break and run in this set, and he won the set?
I don't believe it.
Surprising.
I think he came to I was getting information during one of it, so there may have been 1 break and run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't 2 for sure. Looks like Federer will be leading off the break in the third set. Shane just kind of looking off, and I understand he's upset. He's just going to have to regroup as quick as he can here, I'm sure. He'll be doing his best. Been in tougher spots in his career before. This will be a big challenge for him. Firstly needs the chance at the table. GORST to be up.
Try not to give him that chance.
Yeah. Made the 1 on the side. Close on being able to pocket the 2. I'd say he can't. Looks like they're both going for that small cut, or Feder is anyways. Yeah, you can't see the 2 there. Going for that small cut, hitting it well enough that the 1's going in the side often.
Push out.
They're tough to play safe from where the cue ball is right now, so GORST will be pushing. It's a good push here, freezing the cue ball nicely. Shane can play the 2 behind the 10 and the cue ball near the 9. I think it's worth a shot. Pretty safe overall. Got there. Reply from Van Boening right away.
You jump here, or do you masse it, just to bend it a little bit?
I think the jump's reasonably safe. If you hit it in a way where the 2 stays on the left side of the table, the 10, 7, 5 are getting a lot of coverage. It's going to call the 2 in the corner as a backup. You could actually just go all out at the 2 because it's still going to end up in a bad spot if it ends up near the pocket. As long as you stick the cue ball. Feder's a strong jumper. Don't put it past him here. Obviously tough, but he's got a shot at this.
That's Shane's protection.
He's going to make it in the opposite corner. No, he hangs it. How's the cue ball ending up? Got him. He's going to have to jump at it again. Gotta see how close the 2 end up to the corner here. Just thin enough that it's a very tough ball to pocket. 3 is also very close to the cue ball. Might even be too hard. Oh, he's going to try it. Big elevation here from Shane. Sidearm style.
Extension.
Both players sidearm jumpers. Something you can look to develop as an amateur player. There you go. Cue ball's okay as well. His position for the 4 looks reasonable. So, opening statement here from Van Boening in the 4th set. 8 balls in a tough spot. Kind of weird on this as well. Gonna have to elevate and draw the ball a lot. Seeing something with a follow. Run into the 4 here. The angle going past it. Good job. Yeah. 8's in a bad spot, but the 9's lying okay if you get straight in on the 8, so I don't think he'll bother trying to develop it or shoot it in the long pocket. Could go off of it here, but too much risk in my opinion.
It's a little far out.
Yeah, there's a chance to still get in between the pocket and the rail if you do go ball first.
It's gonna be interesting to see which side he chooses.
Yeah, I got a little straight here. He's going to look to go to the rail, back into the angle of the 7, and have a slight angle going to the right with the cue ball. That's pretty much perfect. Shot there. Back and forth from these 2 champions. And Shane showing he's still got his eyes on the prize here. And force a 5th set. cue ball end up frozen here? The 8's frozen. He has to play a bunch of right spin into it. I think the 8's just off the rail where he doesn't have to spin it.
It's a long way away. You can throw it off the rail. It's the tough part. And that point comes into play.
Nice shot. Ended up in a bad spot there with the cue ball, but was able to get out of it.
And it's 10 ball to open up the 4th set with the win.
And BOENING looking to erase those nightmare kick-ins that happened to him on his last break.
These two have met in 2024 down in Round Rock, Texas at Skinny Bob's, the 2024 9-ball classic. And Shane took that one at 7-5. Then they were in the Bayou State Classic. And Shane took that one at 9 games to 2.
Here comes Van BOENING. Gonna get something offensive going off the break. Caught some follow there and on spread of the balls. Nothing down. He didn't actually hit that one as well as he has most of his breaks. Look how much follow he catches here on the break. Maybe not the best rack, but a bit of it had to do with how he contacted the cue ball there as well.
That's the second time I've seen this layout, I think, in this whole tournament, where there's only one ball above the side pockets, and all the rest are down on the bottom part.
Yeah, I might have caught just a bit of a space in the rack there, probably on the head ball, considering the balls didn't spread that well.
Extension.
I don't know how many breaks we witnessed, but to only see 2.
Oh yeah, the racking's been very good over the course of the 4 sets. Can happen. Balls can even roll off after the balls are racked. Little variables like that.
Let's see, get down here for the carom, or will we play the combo on the 2? With the 2. Got down for the carom.
Yeah, how's he going to control the 2 here?
Probably shoot it straight up.
Or really lay it on the rail if you're going for that.
Yeah, maybe hit a little harder and from opposite point. Yeah, like that.
Good shot. Nicely played by GORST. 3 still doesn't pass the 4. Gonna have to draw at it. Play the 3 in the side. Stroke there from GORST. Good to equal the score line in the 4th set here, leading 2-1 in sets overall. A little bit of work to be done on the 8. Could choose the combo or the long pocket. Random miss there from Federer. First open miss we've seen from either player in 4 sets. Quite sure why. Didn't look like he had to do much with the cue ball. No, just misjudged it. These guys are human, believe it or not. You know, they both pocketed about 75 balls successfully. Gonna miss one sooner or later.
He almost called it on the spot. Federer's pocketed 80 balls so far in the match. Shane's 94.
And let's go corner here. Corner's kind of leading into getting straighter on the 6. Gotta kind of slow roll this one. Wide stance there from Shane.
He'll get into that wide stance when he wants to be down low on the ball. Takes that back leg and gets down lower from the back leg and bends the front one. Still a very stable stance.
Yeah, that's the point. When you get wider like that, if you're takes good balance, but once you're rooted in a wide stance like that, it's very strong. Ben Boening answering back quickly. When he stuck a set, he'll be pushing forward to level the set score at 2 each.
Each player taxiing their opponent when they make a mistake.
Boening had a very high break percentage going. Was unsuccessful in the last 2.
He's 60% for the match.
Yes.
It was 100% in set 2 and 50 and 50 in 1 and 3.
Yeah, still above average. Just coming down a little bit in the last 2 breaks. And Boening's safety efficiency is extremely high, 93%. But GORST has kept himself in the match by being able to return those saves. If you look at the safety returns, it's 9-0. Kind of odd. I think Federer just hasn't played safe that often. Nicely hit.
Oh no. 9, 5, a dry break.
Yeah, a bit of disappointment there from Shane. Hit that one well. Let's see what happened to the 1 here. Just tracked a little high.
After having such great success in the first 3 sets, here we are in the 4th, and not so much. That's 2 dry breaks for Shane.
2 dry and it kicked in, yeah, so 3, call it 3 unsuccessful in a row. There from Federer. Shane will be jumping at this. Hand's not wild in any way. Won't be bothering with trying to make the 10 here. It's going to be hard to get the cue ball or the 1 kind of in the area of the stack on the left side.
3-ball corner.
If you cut the 1 enough, like right near the 10, you can get a 2 rail angle, kind of playing the 1 over to that side of the table.
At the side of it, he's
Good
two
shot.
railing. That's a good call. He's called the 3. Oh, and he's left the 1-5.
Yeah, it didn't end up how he wanted, but he gave himself every chance to kind of involve that stack on the left side there.
Could have gotten a better roll and got behind the 10. It could have gotten a better roll and not left the 1-5 lined up.
Mm-hmm.
Extension.
One's pretty controllable off the combo. He'll be shooting in the same pocket. I think there's room to pocket the 3 and get the cue ball near where the 1 is. Not an easy run out. following of this ball, surprise. Just thought he couldn't control it there. No good. Just gonna have to play safe. Can bring the cue ball back near the 3-8. Yeah, he thought, and correctly so, that the 1 was actually traveling to the right there, and he didn't want it to get stuck near. There was too many balls covering the top left corner pocket, so he tried to develop something going to the right. Good shot. Even hiding the 1 behind the 10, making it harder to hit no matter what rail he goes to first here.
I don't see a way to hit this ball.
Yeah, he's just going to tie the 3 up with the 8. He's got him in too bad of a spot here. Wonder if Federer will consider 3 fouls. He's guaranteed to get behind the 10 on the first shot.
And you can place the 3 ball back up in that corner with the 1 ball by the 3.
Yeah.
Back up in that corner. Probably sticking tight against the 10 so he can't use the long rail to go after it.
Shot. That was the 1 playing. Much perfect. Go ahead. Yeah.
If he gets ball in hand here, it's great to get the 3rd one.
Yeah.
To get a chance at the 3rd one.
The way it's ended up, it's actually kind of hard to bank it out of there, but I'm sure he'll figure out a way. Yeah, you can. There's room between the 1 and like the corner pocket. You kind of just stick the cue ball behind the 8. Shot clock winding down. Didn't have enough time to really feel the kick, and watch out here for the 3 foul. Shane's on 2 now. Better definitely will be going after the 3rd foul. Tough to 3 foul a player of Shane's level, obviously. There has to be some small consideration that he could just try to break out the 3 and play towards the 2. But I think, just erring on the side of caution here and giving himself a chance to win the game. Try to stick the cue ball. Nicely done. But he's left the right long rail. 7's kind of blocking the angle, but Van Boening will have a shot at hitting this one. If he has to add some right spin into it, it'll make the kick a little tougher. He does. Good, and that's a 3 foul for GORST. And breaking in the 4th game of the final set here, looking to close the match out. Odd one there. Rare that you'll see world-class players get a 3 foul situation. But it came up. GORST got him real good on the first 2. Only one that Shane really had a chance to hit was the 3rd one.
Yeah, that one right there. Didn't open it up quite enough. Got the 7 going in. The referee is Perry Anderson from Ohio. He's part of the European Pocket Billiards Federation.
GORST has been very successful on the break, breaking at around an 85% clip.
Yes. .88 to be exact.
There goes the 1 again. I'll tell you what, he didn't get a shot on the 2, and this match is definitely not over. But if there's any kind of consistency in the rack going forward, GORST has found the break to kind of get that 1 going in the side. He can definitely attempt some kind of kick safe on the 2 here. He's just considering if he wants to kind of put Shane in a tougher spot. You know, I don't mind the kick safe, George, because the cue ball can play into the 7.
And the other thing is, where do you push that Shane might give it back when you can play good safe?
Right. I mean, you say these kick safes like they're easy. They're not, right? And the cue ball's not always going to stick on the 7. But if he was to take it right now, that would be the shot.
And there's a possibility of kicking that 2 and the cue ball falling onto the 3-6 and getting safe in between them.
Yeah.
Small possibility. He's not even going to go that route. He's going to go with the long rail. He's going with the push.
Oh, he's going to freeze too close to the 8 here. Oops. He's playing to a jump. Just hit it too hard.
Shane didn't bother getting out of his chair.
So big spot here in the 4th set. Number 1 for GORST. He's going to play a similar shot that Shane had in the 2nd set. Bunch of left spin, bending the cue ball back towards the 2. No kicking systems here. All feel speed and contact point. Hit the ball. Didn't leave much. Shane's going to have a safe behind the 5 at minimum. Be looking for something maybe a little easier or more of a lock-up position.
Very good hit by GORST there.
Is Shane trying the 2 in the side? This would be an aggressive try here. Off the 5.
Extension. 2-ball side.
He's called it.
Yeah,
Well,
playing it off.
he's trying to keep GORST off the table here. What a shot. Not much applause, but I'll tell you what, to have the guts to go for that and the execution, great shot from Van Boening there. Well, Shane's not done in this match. Turn the tide on the break.
Power draw. Coming down to the bottom. Wanted to go back up for the 3.
Thing was, he didn't have to either, right? He just kind of got real confident where he said, you know what, I'm going to let my stroke out, get the cue ball a little closer, and it just backfired on him.
He could have just drawn it back 8 inches.
Yeah.
Or 6.
So now, one of the first open table mistakes from Van Boening. And mistakes like these in a short set can prove very costly. GORST has been breaking well. Low percentage for him to run the set out here, but it's always a possibility. Great match so far between these two champions. Final 16 stage here at the World Predator Championships, Predator World 10-Ball Championships. Single elimination from here, best of 5 sets. Set score is on the left of the scoreboard. Match score is on the left of the scoreboard. Set score is on the right. Of course, looking to level it at 2 each in the set score. well to take advantage of the Van Boening mistake in this rack. Breaking in rack number 5.
They're tied at 2. Federer's 2 wins. One was a 3 foul, and then this run by Federer after Shane's scratch. And as Eric said, breaking to get on the hill, close out the set, and drown Shane's aspirations of a world 10 ball. But as Eric also said, it's not over yet.
Shane's foul total going way up there after the 3 foul from GORST in rack number 3. GORST is getting the advantage on the first shot after the break. Safety returns is a big one for me for GORST. His defense after Shane has put him into bad spots has been very high. It's on 11. And low number of fouls. Like Shane hasn't been able to get ball in hand at him.
Not the safeties, but as you said.
Perfectly struck on the break, and he's got the speed down to make that one in the side. He's going to have a tough opening combo here, but I feel like he'll be going after it. There's a certain speed and a certain cue ball hit that's going to push the one towards the side pocket, and GORST has found it in this match.
Yeah, Shane's power break. That would attribute a little bit to his getting kicked around.
Sure.
So much speed.
Near miss there.
I don't know if he was wanting to go rail first with that. That's what happens here. Gets under the ball.
Shane can play the 2 near the 5 and bring the cue ball around 3 rails here. Work the side rail will work as well. Good shot. GORST can play a jump kick into the left long rail if he likes. Looks like the best option.
2-ball corner.
Looks like he might even have a window between the 7-10. Like going at this 2 a lot more
Extension.
controllable. Oh, unlucky for Shane to leave the window here.
As you were saying, his returns, safety returns are just strong.
Yeah, it's been a big factor, and because he hasn't had a lot of break-in runs, maybe 3 around that range.
3 max.
Yeah.
12 corner.
So he's found a way to kind of defend himself in the safe department. It's not that Shane's safes have been weak. He's just kicking out of them or finding a way out of them. Decent roll on the 2 ball for Shane. A little bit loose after he missed the jump there. Just left the left side of it. Federer can play the 2 near the pocket. He's called it as well. Maybe a chance to make it. Cue ball will have distance and blockers going up table.
Must have the edge there. Since he's shooting right at it.
He was trying to hit it ball first. Slightly swerved the cue ball and missed the whole ball. It's tied up to 4-9 now. 3's nice and close to it. Could play into a possibility of a breakout.
2-ball corner.
See where he leaves his cue ball if he has the angle to open up the 4.
Yeah, kind of like the side. But that will possibly, we'll have to see here. Yep. That was the angle. Pretty good. 7 and the 8 are still tied up. Lots of work to be done in this rack still.
A little bit of inside English here, probably to get that breakout.
Yeah, you gotta hit a certain part of the 4 to develop it towards the side here. Good.
Cross side.
There's not much for safe. He's has to consider it.
Don't think you can scratch in the corner. The 5 will take care of that. Cue ball will be traveling at a pretty good rate of speed, though.
Yeah, he could thin it and try to leave it near the 9 and just run the cue ball into the 5, calling the 5 as a backup. But I think a lot of the time Federer's going to be able to defend even if the 4 is kind of tied up with the 9. There he goes. There's nothing else. Safes are too tough. So a huge shot in the match here for Van Boening.
Wow, from this angle, that cross side looks so tough. Barely even feather the 4 ball.
Overcut it.
Wow.
Is the rule going to play on the 4? Pretty good for Van Boening. He made the 9, so Federer will have the option, but he can see the 4, so look for him to stay at the table here.
I think he hit everything he could there.
And play the cue ball behind the 6 here. Better choice. More coverage over there. Shane's going to have a go at the jump bank here. Guaranteed distance if he hits the right side of it. Decent amount of coverage in the middle of the table.
4-ball corner.
I'm surprised he's going corner here. I guess it works both ways. Try. Go over the corner too much. If Federer can see the thin edge here, I think he'll be going after this. Can't. He's going to try to stop the cue ball behind the 6. This shot's a lot tougher than you think. Being able to judge how much draw to put on the ball over this distance. He's going to try to do it with follow somehow. Maybe run the cue ball into the 6 and use the 8-7.
I didn't think he could see that much of the ball.
Good shot. So, pivotal point here in the 4th set. Van Boening facing defeat. Being stuck 2 sets to 1. Federer's gonna get a roll.
And Boening already reached for the short stick.
Yeah, it's makeable. Corner here. Maybe side even.
Looks like side.
They get the cue ball up enough. GORST to be almost guaranteed to take this rack and breaking on the hill. So first real sign of the finish line for GORST now.
Everything out in the open.
GORST had a real tough hill loss against Ekman in the semifinals of this tournament last year. They're looking back to make it back to the final. Sear.
They are on opposite sides of the bracket, so they won't meet unless they meet in the finals.
That'd be a nice rematch.
Carlo Beato has already moved into the quarterfinals.
Watch out for him, he's playing well.
In the quarterfinals, Carlo Beato will face the winner of Wojciech Szewczak and Koping Chung, who leads 2-1.
GORST getting through this rack nicely to go into the hill here in the fourth set. They'll be breaking in rack number 6, looking to close it out.
Good exchange there on their safety battle. Of course, winning that one. I think he's won most of the safety battles.
Yeah, if you look at the safe return category on our stats page here, he's on 14 now. Shane on 0. I mean, we have back stats where we could figure out how many chances he's had on safety returns. You got to assume he's had less chances. But that number there is really tells the story of how Federer's kind of got to this point in the match, because it hasn't been from break-in runs.
Well, you know, Van Bonen's safety efficiencies have been higher than GORST, which would mean that, as you just mentioned, the safety returns would be higher on GORST's part. And
Chances at safety
right,
returns, yeah.
chances, exactly. And Shane's much lower.
There goes the 1 again. That's about 4 breaks in a row now. Will he get a shot on the 2? He did. So GORST looking to move on here. Tough match for Van Boening if he does. Of course, there's always the pressure element. Kind of seeing the finish line now. But we know that GORST is good under pressure.
Looks like he's gonna be able to put his cue flat on the side of the 6 in between the 3 ball.
Yeah, the issue here is that he wants to get straight enough on the 6. If he can play with enough left spin, that's what he'll be looking to do. But I think the cue ball's tracking too far to the right, so he's gonna have to play around 2 rails. Nicely controlled. Is he gonna get straight enough? Have to see another angle here. It's close.
The draw seems to go to the short side of the 4.
It does. And GORST is kind of figuring his way out of this trap now.
Extension.
Well, actually, if he draws this into the 6, it sends him up and gives him an angle on the 4.
I think it'll still come to Monk. I think he can cheat the pocket and come straight back, actually. It looks like there's a lot of angle. Yeah, he can. It's going to get there. It did, and this could be the match for GORST now.
That was an excellent shot. He had a 6-inch landing area, and he landed it perfect.
Yeah, great speed. Probably knew he had to draw into the 4, hitting the proper part of the 4. Champion level shot from GORST there.
Looking very good to get the cue ball back to where it is now.
Same line. Well, Shane will have to wait for another year for his shot at a World 10-ball title unless something goes oddly sideways here for GORST. Put out a great effort in this match and overall in the tournament, coming back from an early round loss. Just wasn't meant to be this time. He'll be back.
Shane will settle for $5,250 if he continues. This finishes out and he loses. 9th through 16th is $5,250. 5th through 8th is $11,000. 3rd and 4th is $22,000. Second place is $45,000. And first place is $75,000.
Yeah, a lot of prize money to be played for in the next 2 days. Along with that prestigious world title. GORST straight in on the 10. Great performance from him.
Predator GORST moves into the quarterfinals
Round 330.
on his quest for $75,000. Christina Tkach, his other half, is also in contention and into the final match, meeting Rita Cho, and she's looking at a $35,000 payday. Will it go over 100 to 110,000 for the two of them?
Nice week for the couple.
That's right.
Good down payment on a house in 1 week's work. Yeah, the women's final will be at 6 o'clock Pacific time today. We're going to have another men's round coming up for you at 2 o'clock Pacific. So stay with us all day and throughout the next couple days. There's going to be some great pool here. George Teache, this is Eric Orlifson. Talk to you guys soon.
What a shot!
rather 9 winning the break.
Oh, she's made the 9 ball.